front of that. Okay, even though they can envision him, he's so grand and big, but the idea is constantly I'm in front of God. Okay, the way I speak, the way I act with you, right? If I constantly believe I'm in front of God, how am I going to act? I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to jump. I'm going to scream. How am I going to act? Am I going to act in accordance like I'm in front of God, or I'm going to forget and act like I would act any place? So people forget that. Okay, it's something very difficult. That's why I said to you, if you think about what the Ein Sof is, and you take some time of your day to meditate on that stuff and think, God, wow, God is every single where. There's no place He's outside of it. And you think about it for a while, nothing bothers you, nothing worries you, right? You don't believe that you're in control of anything, right? If God is constantly making the cells on my fingers, what am I in control of? You're not even in control of your hand, right? People, God forbid, they move their hands, they're athletic, all of a sudden they get MS. It's hard to move all of it. What? I thought you were in control.
You just freaked me out about MS. I was just thinking about MS, about somebody that, one of my clients that I went to see today, she has MS.
Mm-hmm.
She's very sick, and you're just mentioning that. It's like, and I'm thinking about it right now.
Okay. If you think about the words I'm going to say, you're going to see it applied in your life 100%.
למה שאתה מתעורר, when you wake up in the morning and you have like bellyache or something like that, you feel like you're so sick you're so sick. How can you be so sick? For some reason you don't appreciate the life that you wake up and you're so healthy,
Right. So a person thinks the starting point is everything's perfect. Mm-hmm. And if something goes bad, he starts questioning God and what's going on. But instead, the person should think the starting point is 0. The starting point is 0. I'm not supposed to get good. I'm not supposed to get bad. And whatever happens to me, I thank. Because I'm not supposed to have anything. I'm not supposed to have this life. I'm not supposed to have this breath. Every single thing that happens to me, thank you. Took a breath, thank you. Right? I saw a friend, thank you. I got a scratch, a mosquito bit me, thank you.
You should talk to high school kids. Seriously.
This is the way of the Torah. This is the way of the Torah. If you don't teach it, you don't think about it, you don't know it, it doesn't work. Okay? The whole system falls apart.
Exactly.
Okay? So in reality, what's going on, what will be going on, things might get worse, things might get better, who cares, right? I'm not worried about it because I'm constantly in front of God, and God will constantly do the best thing for me. If I sin, He's going to hurt me, but that hurt is going to purify me, okay? To bring me to the next world, to get the reward that I'm supposed to get. So if I constantly think about this, I'm not afraid of anything. If I don't think about this, I'm afraid of everything. I have anxiety, I have depression, I have fear of this, fear of that. I'm on pills all day long. I'm on injections all day long.
You have to be strong,
First off, you got to know the truth. Then once you know the truth, you got to keep reminding yourself of the truth again and again and again till the day you die. Yeah. Every single day.
Women have miscarriages, and then they think, they did something wrong. They did,
It doesn't matter. They got pregnant. Who said they were supposed to get pregnant?
Yeah.
What do you
mean? Understand? No, you're not understanding. The woman thinks she got pregnant, and she had a miscarriage. Who said she was supposed to get pregnant?
So why she got pregnant?
Because God wanted it.
Exactly.
Yes.
He wanted her to have a miscarriage too.
Yes, exactly. He wanted every single thing is going to exist till the end of time. Yeah. Always and forever. If you think like this, and this is the way of the Torah, you love everything. Everything's amazing. Okay? If you don't think like this, so what?
It's okay to be hurt.
Yeah.
It's okay to be
It's not that it's only okay.
It.
It's not only it's okay. Ketuv, it's written, Tzadikim Yesurim Chavivin Aleim. The tzaddikim, the righteous people, loved being hurt. They loved suffering. Why in the world would someone love suffering?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have amazing stories for that.
No. According to what we learned.
Cleansing you for the next world.
Yeah. I also.
That's it. It's cleansing the next world. No, also forget results. It's not about
I got
results.
good cleansing.
Exactly.
We all do, trust me.
Exactly.
We all do.
Every single pain is a cleansing to get you to the next world. It could be done
But
in this
also,
world.
it could be a cleansing to get you better in this world. I mean, to change.
Yeah, right,
To
right.
make better.
right.
To do better.
There's types of cleansing. So there could be a cleansing. Sorry, types of suffering. There's a suffering that's a cleansing to get out anything you did bad, and there's a type of suffering to warn you, don't go down that path. That path is bad. Stay away. Okay. So a person that gets smacked once, gets smacked twice, they might say, okay, you want to keep going? Go. It says, "B'derech she'adam rotze lilech, molichim oto." In a way that a person wants to go, they guide him, they let him go. Okay? So once they'll try to stop you, two they'll try to stop you, you'll get some message from heaven, you'll be like, no, I still want it, I still want it. Okay, go.
So, but who does, isn't it he?
Yes, he does every single thing,
So that's what
but
I'm
you are living inside you. You're not living inside of him.
I know, but now we're talking like, so he makes this person stubborn.
He makes everything, yes.
Wow.
But the person is not living in him making anything.
No, I understand.
He's living inside his body, his feeling, he's connected to his blood, he's connected to this world, he's encased in this body. So he sees the world through this body. The more you purify the body, the more you see. Right? The more you cleanse yourself,
Of course, yeah.
right? In your body, you fast, you eat kosher foods, you start getting eyes to see. Right? Ears to hear. You start hearing things you normally wouldn't hear. You start seeing things you wouldn't
Change the
normally
way
hear.
you see
Understanding
things.
things you wouldn't
Change it.
normally hear. People don't understand this. They say, oh, religion, they see it as something isolated from
Yeah.
the person.
Why?
Okay?
Why is?
Okay, so now we're going to the second part of it. You see religious people sometimes, people we've categorized as religious people, not doing religious things. Okay? So you have to understand that not everybody learns the whole Torah. Okay? And this is a big problem. Okay? Because we've done a lot of craziness to ourselves. Basically, the Torah says that anybody who read the whole Torah, the whole Torah shebichtav, which means the written Torah. This is the Tanakh, the 24 books of the Bible. Okay? And he learned the Mishnah. The Mishnah is the oral interpretation of that. Okay? And the Gemara, which is the interpretation of the oral Torah, right? Meaning he has both the written Torah, he learned it, he knows it well, and the oral Torah. He knows it, he studied it, and lives by it. And then he goes and kicks and hits, spits on his mother and father. Right? What does everybody say? Oh, look at
Yeah.
this guy. What did the Torah bring to this guy? Right? All the stuff that he studied, and this is what are the results. So he's considered a Chilul Hashem, like a desecration of God's name. Okay? But if you pay attention to what I just said, is he learned the whole thing. Right? He didn't just learn
The
one
right
thing.
way.
Right. He didn't just focus on the laws of Shabbat. Right? Some people become rabbis in the laws of Shabbat. Some people become rabbis in the laws of women, of Nidah. Right? They specialize, just like doctors specialize nowadays.
Because
Lawyers
it's that
specialize.
complicated.
Yeah.
Right? They become experts in that field, but they don't necessarily know the whole field. Or they know it, sort of. Okay? Now, somebody coming from the outside doesn't know. He sees a person dressed like a doctor. He sees a person dressed like a rabbi, dressed like someone who's religious. And he starts assuming that that person knows. He knows everything. He learned everything. He studied for 20 years. He grew up religious. None of these things matter. If a person didn't learn the whole written Torah and the whole oral Torah, he's not going to know every single thing to do and how to act properly. Okay? He's going to be missing information.
You have to ask
And if he's-
somebody else.
The way the
Oh,
person
they have to
works,
learn more.
if a person's not thinking about it, right? He's not going to bring it to his body. He's not going to do it. Okay? he's not going to be able to do it. So we as human beings, we what we think about is what we do. What we think about is what we do. And if it's not in a person's mind, it's not going to be in his actions. He's not going to be thinking on how to act on it properly. So what happens? We might see, oh wow, look, there's a bunch of religious people. There's a bunch of all these, people praying and doing stuff. We don't know what they know, and we don't see every single thing that they do. There's some people, in the streets, they won't say hi to you, but behind closed doors, they'll give charity like you wouldn't even believe, and they're the nicest people and the sweetest people. Just in the street, they just go about their business. They're not the most friendly people. And conversely, there's others. They'll be nice and friendly in front of you and all that stuff, and they go in their rooms and their basements or whatever, and they talk up a storm about other people. So we don't know. We don't see the whole picture at once, right? So us trying to target and say, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that, we'll never see a complete picture. We just get into the general principles of every single thing. Okay, is the camera still going? Okay, that's good.
That go to rabbis for blessings and for some rabbis can actually tell you things and see things.
Okay, so it's like this. The Torah says that if a person sees that his prayers aren't being answered, he should go to someone who's a tzaddik, someone who's righteous, and ask them to pray for him or her. Okay, because in that merit of the person praying, the person could get something. Again, it's going to that person who you know is absolutely righteous. Okay, not that you heard from a friend of a friend of a friend that this person does this, okay? And the person actually prays for you. He doesn't just say, oh, yeah. You should be blessed, you should be good, right? And just says, bye, see you later. That's not praying for you. Praying for you is actually taking your name, going to the Arona Kodesh, speaking to God. God, help them. They need this.
Yeah.
Right? Actually praying, like you would pray for it. He has to pray for it.
How about going to the Ohel?
He has to pray for it like you pray for it. Okay? If he prays for it like you pray for it, there's probably a good chance it's going to be answered. Not, standing in line for 2 hours and him saying, you should be blessed and see you later. Okay, that's not called going to a rabbi and getting a blessing.
But you just don't get satisfaction. Some people just
Listen, we're dealing with knowledge here. We're not dealing with feelings and how people feel and what they perceive and all that stuff. Like I said, write down what you want and put a time frame to it and see if you get it. It's very simple. Okay, now, going to people's grave sites and all that stuff. Same idea, same principle. Okay? You're going to asking and beseeching and all that stuff. Now there's two laws in going to people's grave sites. You either can ask God in the merit of that person, okay, or when a person dies, his soul leaves his body, okay, but a little piece of the soul remains in the body. The soul split up into many different parts, okay, 5 general parts, but there's millions more. A little piece stays within the body. A person can go to the grave and ask that little piece to go ask God for whatever they want.
to a parent's grave and
Yes.
is it the same or?
Yes, you could do it. Okay, but that's again. You have to have the complete picture of why you're in this world. Most people, don't have that
Nobody
picture.
knows.
No, we do know.
And if you learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you're running. You need to get this, and you gotta get married, and you gotta get this, and you gotta.
Just don't get life.
Exactly. You don't understand life, so you start, crying about life. You start whining about life. Sometimes you go to a rabbi to whine about life. Sometimes you go to a gravesite to whine about life. Sometimes you open up a bottle of wine to whine about life, right? Sometimes you take drugs to whine about life. Sometimes you go to your friends and whine about life. You're doing everything but going to God to whine about life.
But what if you still go to God then?
And what? And what?
And whine about whatever issues. It's okay? Is it like complaining to God or?
No, you should speak to him. You should speak to him as someone who understands. Right? You should speak to him as someone who understands, but not as, baby. Hey, give me. I want. You speak to them like you would speak to someone, intelligent. Tell them, listen, this is what you commanded me. This is what I need to do that commandment. Can I please have it? That's all. It's like I'm working for you. You go to a boss. You're working for the boss, right? Say, boss, I'd like a raise. Why do you want a raise? Why?
Vacation.
Oh, you tell them, listen, I want to do more things in the company, and if I have more of a raise, I'll have more time to spend more time here, and I can do, right? If I want a higher position, listen, because I want to do more things that will benefit the company, and if I have such and such things, I can benefit the company, right? Then the company leader is more likely to give you what you want. But if you just come and say, I want, please give me a raise, man. You could do it until you're in the face, till you die. And may not get it.
It's annoying.
Right?
He gets
Yeah, but
annoyed.
you have to,
Okay.
you have to
But
do something.
again, a prayer doesn't, people have gone to rabbis and to gurus and mentors and all that stuff, and you tell them, if you just pray enough, if you just do this enough, you'll get what you want. It's almost like a promise to them. Let's put this right on the table right now. There's no guarantee, even if you pray till you're blue in the face and you cry like crazy, that you'll get what you want. Okay? Moshe Rabbeinu is our greatest example. Okay? God said, you're not coming into Israel. Moshe Rabbeinu said, okay, you know what? I got this thing called prayer. I'm going to pray 515 times. Yeah. At the 515th time, if he prayed one more time, he would have gotten it. Okay? Guaranteed. That was the law. In heaven,
So
it was decreed 5:16. God told him, stop. I don't want to hear you anymore. Stop it.
So he could have continued?
He could. God
That
stopped
would
him.
go against.
God stopped him. You understand?
Can we do it?
Okay. Can you what?
Can we do it?
Do what?
513?
Who knows? You
15.
you might have to pray 520. You might have to pay 600. You might have to pay 1,000. You don't know. So you can pray till you're blue in the face and not get what you want. God will tell you, oh, stop. It's not worth it, right? So that's why it's dangerous. You have to know. Listen, I accept. There's two things. I accept God's will. That's one. Whatever He does, I'm happy with. I'll ask for other things that I think I may want. And for those, I'll pray. But whatever He gives me, I'm going to accept. If He answers me, I'll be happy. If He doesn't answer me, I'll also be happy. That's living with true faith, with true emunah.
Is it a thing? Be careful what you pray for? It's not a thing. It's like if you ask something that you're not supposed to have, but you ask so much and say, Hashem will give it to you, but then it's not good for you. Is that a thing?
According to what we said,
I know.
Is there something you're not supposed to have that you have?
Nope. Obviously not.
Exactly. That cup of coffee, are you supposed to have it? Are you supposed to have it? You're supposed to have it. That purse, you're supposed to have it? You're supposed to have it. That book is supposed to be positioned on that table. Just like that. It's supposed to be positioned just
Even the
like
husbands
that.
were supposed to have them?
It wouldn't be like this, and it wouldn't be like that. Okay? Every single thing that happened. Either you live life with true faith, or you live life with no faith.
You can make it
very
better
simple.
by
No, I'm just-
It's very
you can
simple.
make it better by accepting everything that is done for us.
Okay? It's all about acceptance of what is and being happy with what is. It's not just acceptance. If you know there's a plan, you're happy with that plan. If you think it's not a plan, you think everything's an accident and it could have went this way and it could have went that way and it could have been done like this and it could have been done like that. You just drive yourself crazy.
I know. It's crazy.
That's what the world in large is doing right now. They're driving themselves mad.
So it's like presidents or what, they doesn't matter,
Your life has changed in the past 8 years? 12
No, I
years?
don't care
That
about
thing.
that.
This guy comes, this guy goes. I still eat, I still sleep, I still have to go to the bathroom, I still have to shower, I still have to dress myself, I still have to get in the car. Nothing changes. The human condition doesn't change. We all have the same bodily functions as each other. Okay? those things, they remain constant. Everybody is a soul and everybody is a body. Everybody's is here for a test and is supposed to get to the next world to get that